It's been a long road, but we are finally here. Raw, SmackDown, and even NXT all under one roof. Tonight, Judgment Day is going to be Judgment Day indeed for many superstars on this great roster. And we are going to be getting straight into the thick of it because we are opening up tonight's show with what is being billed as the final encounter. It's basically going to be an Extreme Rules match, a hardcore match, anything goes. Latino Heat taking on Y2J Chris Jericho with Eddie's Intercontinental Championship on the line. Now we are well aware of the history and this feud that has developed between Eddie Guerrero and Chris Jericho. This feud now has spanned the majority of 2 years now. I think the feud is more about respect more than anything else, but no doubt these guys do have a fierce rivalry, and as the match states, this is the final encounter, so this will be the final time these two competitors take on each other. So who is going to be leaving Judgment Day as the Intercontinental Champion? The champion in the ring, the challenger now making his way to the ring. The Ayatollah of Rock and Roller, the self-proclaimed King of the World, Y2J Chris Jericho. I touched on it briefly before, but these two men have faced off one-on-one countless times. They've been involved in table matches, ladder matches, submission matches, cage matches, you name it, these two have done it. Again, this is a hardcore match. The final encounter, anything goes in this one. These two looking to end this amazing feud on hopefully what is going to be a 5-star match. The bell is gone. This one is underway. Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero, Y2J Chris Jericho. One-on-one, no rules for Eddie's Intercontinental Championship. And again, welcome to Judgment Day. This event has been a long time coming, but we are finally here. We have got 7 matches, multiple championships on the line. A double main event featuring Raw's WWE Championship. It is going to be the challenger Rey Mysterio, challenging the champion The Rock. And on the SmackDown side, it is going to be CM Punk, the former world champion, take on the current world champion Seth Rollins in what is going to be contested in a cage match. All that and much more still to come. Guerrero and Jericho kicking this one off in style. Jericho there, tilt well backbreaker into the early cover. Referee only counting a 1. Y2J with Eddie control, placing Guerrero on the ropes. But Eddie throwing Jericho onto the apron. Jericho fighting back now the top rope. Go with that top rope maneuver. Eddie catches him into the backbreaker. Another early cover. And again, another 1 count. The fans enjoying this early action in this full capacity arena. Eddie in the corner and Y2J now getting the run up that he needs. The big knee to the jaw of Guerrero. Knee to the skull. Is going to feel good tomorrow, that's for sure. Looks like we're going to be getting a suplex. Eddie sweeping the leg to Jericho. Both come back to their feet, centre of the ring. Reversal off the Irish whip. Guerrero now on the apron. Jericho ahead of steam. Guerrero pulling down the rope. Jericho now on the outside. And Guerrero, the springboard crossbody. You just saw there in the corner of the shot, a ladder. We've got a ladder in one corner, a table in another, 2 chairs in the other 2. Again, this match, anything goes. The referee is merely there to signal the submission or count the pinfall. Like I said, I'm sure there is some level of hatred between these men, but this feud is more based on respect and just to see who the dominant superstar is between these two. Jericho being heavily booed this evening. Eddie, of course, a huge fan favourite here on Raw. But not only are the Raw superstars featured tonight on Judgment Day, you're also going to be seeing the SmackDown stars, of course, and even a NXT Battle Royal where you're going to be seeing 6 of the best young superstars in the WWE facing off in a 6-man over the top row Battle Royal to see who the dominant NXT superstar is. And speaking of dominance, we just saw Eddie Guerrero hitting a monkey flip, sending Jericho crashing down back first onto that steel chair. Eddie feeling it, but Jericho not wanting it. The crowd, you can see, thoroughly enjoying this contest. Eddie off the ropes, Jericho with a dropkick. And this match continues to build suspense, continues to be great. We just saw a scoop slam onto the chair, into another cover. And another kick out. It's kind of crazy to think this feud started now over 2 years ago. Originally these two men were feuding over the European Championship. When that championship was removed from Raw, these two men then turned their attention to the Intercontinental Championship. Another cover. As I was saying, these two men then turned their attention to the Intercontinental Championship. Jericho was recently the champion, losing that championship last month at Backlash to Guerrero in a submission match. And look at this offense by Jericho. Not a move we see too often. The clubbing blows and the backstabber. I think it's clear to see Jericho's game plan is going to be to work on the back of Latino Heat. And he's going to be continuing that now because Eddie in the Tree of Woe. And another backstabber. A second backstabber in quick succession. Latino Heat could be down and out. We could be moments away from getting a new champion. Jericho into the cover. And so close to a 3 count, but Eddie just about getting out of it. Both men back to their feet. Jericho going downstairs. Double arm backbreaker coming up. Not this time. Guerrero reversing that move into the back body drop. Now Eddie's turn now to go on the offense. Taking Jericho centre of the ring. Irish whip. Eddie the other way. Off the springboard. The springboard DDT. The springboard DDT. Crashing skull first. Down onto that steel chair. But Jericho now shrugging it off as best he can. The adrenaline has fully kicked in now. Jericho back in control. Walls of Jericho could be seconds away from a new champion. The Walls of Jericho, one of the most devastating moves. What should I say? One of the most devastating submission moves in wrestling history. Jericho realising Eddie not ready to give him that time. And these two continue. Hurricanrana into the roll up. Another 2 count. The crowd is electric. What a match we are witnessing to open up Judgment Day. Like I said before, so much more still to come. We've got 7 matches in total, various championship matches, 2 massive main events. Not forgetting that huge Hell in a Cell match that's currently hanging above us. It's going to be Triple H versus Shawn Michaels in the Hell in a Cell. That match, one of the most anticipated matches of the evening. Jericho off the ropes with the splash. Not going for the cover though. Guerrero groggy but to his feet just about. Jericho again back downstairs. Trying to work on those legs as best he can. Getting ready for that Walls of Jericho again. Jericho tried that move once before, but Eddie wasn't quite ready for that submission maneuver. The steel chair now about to come into play. Eddie stalking his prey. Jericho to his feet, but I bet he wish he didn't, because Guerrero, the spin kick, sending that steel chair into the face of Jericho. Classic Guerrero now with that springboard maneuver. Jericho slowly getting to his feet. The crowd fully behind Latino Heat. And we know what's coming next. It's Free Amigo time. Eddie hits the first one. Here's the second one. About to go for the third. And connects. Latino Heat with the Free Amigos. The crowd going insane. Eddie, one of the most popular superstars on this entire roster. And now going to be going for the finish. The frog splash. Jericho though out of the way. Eddie crashing and burning. Jericho not wanting any part of that frog splash. Jericho now back on offense. What is this Jericho's going for? Oh, talk about a tie changer. Eddie was in firm control until Jericho just hit that spike DDT on the apron. Jericho now moving the furniture. Attempting now to bring that table into the ring. And here it comes. Table in the ring. Table now about to come into play for the first time in this contest. Jericho and Eddie now eye to eye. Eddie coming out on top that time with a roll up. So close yet again, but Jericho reverses it. Another close fall. And another reversal. And again, another 2 count. 3 quick 2 counts in succession there. What a fantastic match we are seeing. Eddie now making his way to the outside of the ring. Ladder time. The ladder now coming into play for the first time. So in the ring we can now see we've got a table, a ladder and a chair. All 3 of these weapons have been involved in previous Eddie Guerrero and Chris Jericho matches. So kind of fitting all of these objects come into play in what is going to be the final encounter between these 2 great superstars. Jericho getting a face for the turnbuckle numerous times. But Eddie going for that one too many times. Jericho reversing it. And now the Ayatollah of Rock and Roller back in control. Gareth towards Jericho. Eddie there with the reversal. Irish whip. Leapfrog. Another leapfrog. And a drop kick. A beautiful drop kick to the chin of Y2J. And the Intercontinental Champion, full of momentum, calling Jericho again to his feet. Eddie now going up top. Jericho not in position for the frog splash. Instead, almost a standing leg drop, taking Jericho down. Not enough though. These 2 continue. German suplex. Into the bridge. Beautiful move, but not enough to kick Jericho down. Jericho going downstairs, and another massive DDT. The DDT, a very underrated move. A move made famous, of course, by Jake the Snake back in the day. Again, Gareth towards Jericho. Eddie, though, fighting his way out of it. Going downstairs on Y2J. What is this? Oh, a brainbuster on the steel chair. A brainbuster on the steel chair. Jericho has got to be out of it. Eddie not going for the cover. Could prove to be a mistake there by Latino Heat. Instead, looking to inflict more damage onto the former champion. But Jericho, the cunning veteran, a nice reversal off that table. But Eddie, who had just previously placed that ladder down, now coming back to bite Latino Heat in the you-know-where, because Eddie against that ladder. Jericho now in control. Oh, but Eddie reversing it, sending Jericho this time into the still. Now a drop kick into the still. Great move after great move. What a fantastic match this has been to open up what's hopefully going to be a fantastic pay-per-view. Latino Heat now climbing that ladder. You've got to assume Eddie was going to be looking for a frog splash that time, but Jericho too quick. These 2 great superstars now at the top of the ladder. You've got to assume one of these guys is going to be crashing and burning, and that guy is Chris Jericho. Latino Heat with a sunset flip powerbomb, taking Jericho off that ladder. Latino Heat now moving some furniture. You've got to assume Eddie going to be looking to end this one. Table in place, ladder in place. What exactly is the Latino Heat thinking? Jericho placed on that table. Again, Eddie could be looking for an extreme frog splash, but Jericho again too quick. Both superstars in a dangerous predicament, exchanging blows back and forth. One of these two men is not going to come out of this too well. Which man is going to fall? Is it going to be Jericho? Is it going to be Eddie? Eddie with the advantage. But Jericho, what a reversal. Latino Heat crashing and burning. Eddie sent through that table. Jericho on the ladder. A moonsault off the ladder. Onto Eddie, into the cover. And this one is over. What a final encounter this has been. The Jericho-Eddie feud is over. And Y2J leaving Judgment Day, the brand new Intercontinental Champion. But we've got to move on. Backstage now, we've got Ryback and Vince McMahon, which only means one thing. It is time for Summer Demon, a dream match. It is going to be Ryback taking on Bill Goldberg. We originally assumed Vince McMahon was going to be in the corner of Ryback. I'm now hearing apparently that is not going to be the case. It looks like Ryback is going to be coming out alone. There was speculation and rumours that Stone Steve Austin was going to be in the corner of Bill Goldberg tonight. But Goldberg killing those rumours earlier today, confirming Stone Cold would not be here this evening. So Bill Goldberg all alone. And it looks like Ryback unexpectedly is going to be all alone as well. Vince, Ryback's manager or associate, I guess you could say, staying backstage. So it does look like this match is going to be strictly one-on-one, which is the way it should be anyway. And here he comes, the WCW legend, the former WCW champion, our former WWE champion, Goldberg making that famous entrance. Let me take you back to last month's pay-per-view Backlash. The main event of that show was Goldberg taking on The Rock for The Rock's WWE Championship. With a little bit of assistance from Stone Cold Steve Austin defeating The Rock, Goldberg becoming the WWE Champion. The following night on Raw, Vince McMahon ordered the rematch. It will be Rock taking on Goldberg once again for the WWE Championship, with Vince making Ryback the special guest referee for that contest. From what we know, Goldberg and Ryback had no previous encounters, but in that match, Ryback costing Goldberg the WWE Championship. You've got to assume on orders by Vince McMahon. So Goldberg screwed by Ryback out of the WWE Championship. Goldberg losing that championship. Rock the new champion. And ever since that night, these two have developed quite the heated rivalry. Goldberg was recently suspended by Vince McMahon until this evening, so we've not seen too much of Goldberg in recent weeks. So you've got to assume Goldberg has got a huge amount of pent-up aggression, and he's going to be looking to release that aggression on SmackDown's Ryback this evening. So these two men, similar in style, similar in stature. This is sure to be an interesting big man matchup, full of big man moves, full of power moves. But who is going to be the dominant big man this evening? Well, in the early action, Bill Goldberg taking control, reversing that suplex. And now Goldberg showing that strength, the gorilla press into the power slam. Not many superstars can do that to a man the size of Ryback. Goldberg, one of the few men that can. And likewise, Ryback, huge power as well. What a move by Ryback, taking Goldberg down with that gutbuster. Ryback's turn now. Goldberg on the ropes. But Goldberg reversing Ryback. Ryback sent crashing and burning to the outside of the ring. And these two massive superstars now right in front of us. Goldberg sending Ryback into the announcer's table. Now back into the ring. Certainly a different match from the match we saw previously. I think it's fair to say, with elements of hardcore, Jericho and Eddie, for the most part, was a technical matchup. This one is sure to be a brawl, much more a power game. Just like we're witnessing, Ryback now uncharacteristically going to the top rope. We did not see this too often by Ryback. Ryback clearly trying to impress Vince McMahon, and that not working out at all. Ryback going for that clothesline. Goldberg reversing it into the power slam. And Goldberg now, the former WWE Champion, back in control. The crowd thoroughly enjoying this one. Another power move coming up. What a move by Goldberg. The end could be coming from Ryback because Goldberg calling for the spear. Spear time. Oh, Ryback reverses it. Ryback reversing that spear into the DDT. Signature move time by Ryback. Gonna be going for that back stunner. Maybe some sort of message there to Stone Cold Steve Austin, who again was originally rumoured to be in the corner of Goldberg this evening. Goldberg missing that move, and again another gorilla press slam into the gutbuster. Ryback certainly impressive this evening. The Feed Me More chant, clearly some SmackDown fans in attendance. But Goldberg reversing it. We don't see many superstars reverse that manoeuvre. Goldberg can though. And what a suplex variation. Goldberg go with that spear again. This time connects. The spear by Goldberg in. What the Vince McMahon out here now. Vince, who was originally scheduled to be out here this evening, for some reason stayed backstage, but has now made his appearance. And what an appearance he has made. Distracting Goldberg, allowing Ryback to get the spear. Look at the taunt. Ryback taunting Goldberg with his own move and his own taunt. And Goldberg is not looking good. Ryback, big hungry. The man who injured Dolph Ziggler last month at Backlash, taking Goldberg down with the Shell Shocked. And not many superstars can kick out of that manoeuvre. Ryback with another massive victory under his belt. Goldberg does not lose too many matches, but that is exactly what has happened this evening. Via some help by Mr. McMahon, Ryback has shockingly defeated Goldberg. And it looks like Ryback isn't done. Ryback here at ringside, grabbing the ring bell. Oh, but Goldberg quickly to his feet, spearing Ryback out of his boots. Goldberg has lost this matchup, but Goldberg is going to be leaving Judgment Day on some sort of high because he is currently dismantling Ryback. We saw the spear and a jackhammer. From hero to zero, Ryback getting destroyed by Bill Goldberg. Remember, this match is over. Ryback was victorious. Ryback go with that ring belt. Going to be looking for some kind of post-match beatdown. Well, that beatdown certainly didn't happen. Instead, Goldberg with a post-match beatdown of his own, taking Ryback to the corner. And a spear. A massive spear, taking Ryback through the barricade. Goldberg not leaving Judgment Day as a winner, but Goldberg leaving Judgment Day with his head held high, leaving Ryback in a mess at ringside. I definitely would not want to beat Goldberg's next opponent, whoever that opponent might turn out to be. Up next, originally, we were supposed to have a Raw Tag Team Championship matchup. It was supposed to be the Outsiders defending their Tag Team Championships against Matt and Jeff Hardy. Well, earlier today, we found out this match would not be happening. Vince McMahon cancelled this matchup due to unforeseen circumstances. Well, since that announcement, there has been a ton of backstage rumours floating around, with the strongest rumour going around that the NWO has actually disbanded. So have the NWO broken up? Are the NWO still together? So many questions, but unfortunately so far we don't have any answers. But we do have Kevin Nash standing by, who is hopefully going to give us an update on the situation and an update on the future of the New World Order. So, Kevin Nash confirming there is no smoke without fire, but not confirming what exactly the future does hold for the NWO. Is the group together? Is the group disbanded? We still don't know, but as Kevin Nash has just stated, he will be on Raw tomorrow, so hopefully come Raw we will get some answers and we'll find out exactly what the future holds for the New World Order. And from what might be the past, we are now going to be going to what is the future. As you can see up next, we're going to be having the NXT Invitational Showcase 6-man Battle Royal. This match is going to be featuring 6 great NXT superstars who are no doubt the future of this great organisation. We've got 4 men already in the ring. We are just waiting the arrival of the 2 final participants. The first of those final 2 is firstly Sami Zayn. Zayn now one of the most popular superstars on the NXT roster. A massive talent. Zayn recently competing on SmackDown as part of the NXT initiative by Mick Foley. Zayn, unfortunately for him, unsuccessful when he faced Antonio Cesaro. Another NXT superstar who also recently featured on SmackDown, the young UK-born Adrian Neville. Neville now making his way to the ring. Neville actually defeated Seth Rollins to become the new light heavyweight champion. There are rumours that championship has potentially been retired, but hopefully we will be hearing from GM Mick Foley on that situation sometime in the near future. But this match, regardless, is not about the light heavyweight championship. This match is about 6 young great NXT superstars. So as you can see, we have got Rusev, we have got Sami Zayn, Corey Graves, Bo Dallas, Adrian Neville and Xavier Woods. Again, 6 great superstars and looking to make their mark on the biggest stage, that is Judgment Day. So you might be somewhat unfamiliar from these superstars, but I can assure you, all of these men are great in their own way, all got bags of potential, and are sure to be stars on Raw and SmackDown very, very soon. So again, this is a 6-man over the top rope battle royal. The only way to win this match, or should I say the only way to be eliminated, is to be thrown over the top rope. And Corey Graves just about saving himself there from Rusev. Rusev nearly eliminating Corey Graves. And speaking of elimination, Bo Dallas has just been eliminated. I bet the Bo Dallas fans cannot believe it, but all the believers are going to be disappointed because their hero, Bo Dallas, has just been eliminated. So this match from 6 is now down to 5. Rusev, Corey Graves, Sami Zayn, Xavier Woods and Adrian Neville all remain. Although it maybe spoke a bit prematurely there because Xavier Woods, via the knee by Adrian Neville, has just been eliminated. So we're down to 4 now. Rusev potentially could be up next to go. And he is. Neville again. Neville with a second elimination. Now eliminating Rusev. And we just saw off screen there, Sami Zayn deliver up the hell of a kick, throwing Corey Graves over the top rope. So from 6, we are now down to 2. Adrian Neville, Sami Zayn, the 2 final NXT superstars in this NXT Open Invitational. It's got to be said, these 2 men are arguably the most popular 2 men on the NXT roster. So I'm sure many NXT fans are going to be excited to see who out of these 2 is going to be leaving Judgment Day on top. Neville could be seconds away from being eliminated. But saving himself that time, these 2 men realise this match has got so much on the line. This is a perfect match to showcase their skills, to really get a full-time call-up to the main WWE rosters. Pretty even so far. Zayn sending Neville off the ropes. But Neville the reversal, the Hurricanrana, spinning Zayn there halfway across the ring. Calling Zayn to his feet. And these 2 again exchanging reversals. Going for the kick, cannot connect. Neville now into the corner. Going for a hell of a kick. The move that eliminated Corey Graves just moments ago. But Neville reversing it, and now what a manoeuvre. A variation of the Brainbuster. And now we know what's coming next. Neville going for the Red Arrow. Oh, not connecting. Sami Zayn out of the way of the Red Arrow. A beautiful manoeuvre, but not connecting. Now Zayn with the advantage. Can he take control? Yes, he can. A hell of a kick. Sami Zayn with a hell of a kick, eliminating Adrian Neville. The Light Heavyweight Champion has been eliminated, and Sami Zayn is your winner. Sami Zayn victorious in this NXT Invitational 6-man Battle Royal. As they say about NXT superstars, the future is now, and the future is definitely now for Sami Zayn. This is not good for Sami Zayn. The Wyatt family making an impact at Judgment Day. Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan are yet to make their full roster debut, but it looks like they have chosen Judgment Day to make that full roster debut. A vicious beatdown now by the Wyatt family on the winner of this contest. Sami Zayn having the biggest moment of his career, ruined by the Wyatt family. We said before with Sami Zayn, the future is now. Well, the same has got to be said for the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt now, the beatdown of that chair. But the future is now, and that future is looking a little bit worrying. Backstage, former world champion CM Punk getting ready for his match, and that match is now next up. One of the 2 main events this evening. It is going to be for the SmackDown World Heavyweight Championship. The challenger CM Punk taking on the champion Seth Rollins. It's still kind of strange to call CM Punk the challenger, because as we know, CM Punk had that massive 18-month long reign as World Heavyweight Champion. That reign coming to a crashing end last month for Backlash, because in that amazing ladder match, which is still arguably the match of the year, Kevin Nash attacking CM Punk, allowing Seth Rollins to pull down that championship. Seth Rollins leaving Backlash the brand new World Heavyweight Champion, and CM Punk leaving Backlash for the first time in 18 months without his World Heavyweight Championship. We know the history between Kevin Nash and CM Punk, but again, for any new viewers, CM Punk was the leader of the NWO until Survivor Series of last year. At that event, Kevin Nash and the rest of the New World Order turning their back on their leader, turning their back on CM Punk. CM Punk removed as the leader of the group. Kevin Nash was made the leader. A massive feud has developed between CM Punk and the NWO, and most notably the leader of the group, Big Sexy Kevin Nash. The former champion, the now challenger, now making his way to the ring. CM Punk looking confident as ever. We just mentioned before the history between CM Punk and Kevin Nash. Well, you've also got to remember the history between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. because when CM Punk had his tenure as the leader of the NWO, CM Punk added Seth Rollins to that group, and Seth Rollins, under the leadership of CM Punk, flourished. Seth Rollins becoming the great competitor he is today. Neither man part of the NWO any longer, but now both men, great superstars in their own right, are now feuding over the World Heavyweight Championship, and that championship is about to be defended in a cage match. So yet another fantastic match at Judgment Day. Hopefully you viewers at home are enjoying this epic pay-per-view so far. SmackDown General Manager in the ring now, showing the fans what it is all about. It is all about that gold there, the World Heavyweight Championship. Stagehands now ringside, putting together the steel cage. And here we go, Seth Rollins, CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match, a more traditional old school cage match, because as you can see, this cage has not been lowered from the roof. This cage has been set up here at ringside. That has been done for one reason alone. That reason being, later on in the show, we have got a Hell in a Cell match. Of course, you cannot hang a Hell in a Cell and a cage match simultaneously. So the Hell in a Cell is above the ring, and this cage match has been set up old school. Nevertheless, enough of that. This great match is underway. CM Punk Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. The only way to win this match is to escape the cage, so no pinfalls, no submissions, one way to win, and that one way is to escape the steel cage. Now this match type was actually decided by the SmackDown General Manager Mick Foley. The main reason Mick Foley chose the cage match wasn't in order to keep Kevin Nash and the rest of the NWO out of the action. Mick Foley has also said if Kevin Nash steps foot at ringside, Nash will be facing some pretty severe repercussions, so I definitely would not expect to see Kevin Nash set foot at ringside this evening. So hopefully, unlike Backlash, this match will have no interference. This match will be strictly one-on-one, and we will find out who truly deserves to be the SmackDown World Heavyweight Champion. Sting has splashed there. Rollins now picking Punk back to his feet, taking him to the centre of the ring. Sit down neck breaker. The champion starting this one off in a confident mood, but that confidence is going to be shattered with a move such as that one, a massive kick to the face of Rollins. CM Punk back in control, but that control not lasting too long because CM Punk just sent face first into that steel wall. Big elbow drop by the champion. Punk straight to his feet, only to be taken down again by Rollins with that big right hand. And now Rollins clearly feeling he is in complete control, showing complete disrespect to CM Punk. And Rollins, the leader of the Shield, putting CM Punk on the top rope. Punk kicking Rollins away. And now the Macho Man like double axe handle, taking the champion down. We just mentioned the Shield, and the other two Shield members, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, are going to be in action in just a little while. They are going to be challenging for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships when they take on the current Tag Team Champions, Daniel Bryan and John Cena. All that and more still to come though, because we have still got a Hell in a Cell match and a WWE Championship match, as the biggest little man in the business, Rey Mysterio, challenging Hollywood's The Rock. Like I said, that is still to come. The focus currently has got to be on this World Heavyweight Championship match that we are seeing develop in front of us. What a move by Seth Rollins. That has got to be classic Rollins. And now Rollins going to be trying to escape the cage. Arguably a little prematurely, because CM Punk straight to his feet, pulling Rollins off the side of the cage. And now picking him to his feet. Irish Whip into the corner. And Rollins now getting a shoulder full of steel for his troubles. CM Punk feeling the time is right. It's his turn now to climb the cage. Remember, the only way to win this match is to escape the cage. There is no pinfalls and no submissions. And I thought momentarily CM Punk was on his way to becoming world champion again. But the cunning champion pulling Punk down. A big shot to the skull of Punk. And now these men again exchanging reversals. CM Punk with a big back suplex to the turnbuckle. Macho Man elbow time. Albert cannot connect. Rollins out of the way. CM Punk missing the elbow drop and the Pele kick. What a move by the athletically gifted Seth Rollins. The SmackDown World Champion now making his way to the promised land. But Punk taking Rollins down again. Picking him back to his feet. Soda twist time. And he connects with it. We normally see that soda twist followed by the Anaconda Vice. CM Punk decided not to go for that move that time. Again, this match cannot be won by submission. Again, going for the double axe handle. This time not connecting. Couple of chops. And now Rollins sending Punk skull first into that steel cage. And because this is an old school cage, it's not steel mesh but rather proper steel bars. So arguably this old school cage could be a bit more punishing on the body compared to the newer cages. And time after time, the challenger being flung into the steel. Rollins going to be going for it once again. Taunting to the crowd. The crowd not a fan of Seth Rollins clearly. But Rollins going to the well one too many times. And that time CM Punk reversing it. Sending Rollins crashing himself into the cage. Calling him to his feet. GTS sign. Reversal into the DDT. And now Punk being moved slightly further away from the turnbuckle because Rollins up top. And the moon stomp. A move that Rollins has recently perfected. We've seen Rollins hit that move numerous times on recent shows. And just like that, the tide is turned again. CM Punk now placing Rollins on the top rope. Rollins over the elbow. Into the Hurricane Rana off the top rope. And again, taunting to the crowd. The crowd really not big fans of Seth Rollins this evening. A bit like the feud we saw previously with Jericho and Guerrero. I don't think this feud is purely about hatred. In fact, I don't think these two men hate each other at all. I think to a degree these two men do have a lot of respect for each other, keeping in mind their history with the NWO. But as we see in this business, feuds born out of respect can often be the most fierce rivalries of them all. Especially in the way that CM Punk lost the championship last month at Backlash at the hands of Kevin Nash. Because by many fans, CM Punk is still regarded as the rightful champion. As many fans don't believe that Seth Rollins deserved to be champion because of the way he won that championship last month. So no doubt in this contest, Seth Rollins is going to be looking to show the fans and show CM Punk exactly what he is made of and prove to the world he is the rightful World Heavyweight Champion. But easier said than done against a former champion because we just saw another Macho Man elbow drop. And now Punk could be seconds away from once again becoming the world champion. But Rollins, at the last moment, back to his feet and taking Punk off. Punk falling high off that still, crashing down to the mat. But sweeping the legs of Rollins, Rollins kicking Punk away. Irish whip time. Leapfrog. Another great reversal into the swinging neck breaker. And CM Punk continuing this offense on the world champion, sending him into that exposed turnbuckle that we saw get exposed previously. Superplex sign. CM Punk delivering a massive superplex to the champion. And you got to remember, whilst you can win the match by escaping the cage via climbing it, you can also win this match via escaping through the door. And that is exactly what CM Punk was just attempting. But Rollins not allowing it. Rollins pulling Punk away. Going for the suplex. And now a desperation reversal. Both men tired. Both men clearly feeling the effects of this matchup. But adrenaline kicking in on both sides of the fence. These men continuing. Punk now back to the top rope once again. Oh, catching him on a turnbuckle powerbomb onto the exposed turnbuckle ring. What a reversal by Seth Rollins. Gonna be looking out for that super kick. Cannot connect. CM Punk reverses it. GTS time. Punk finally connects the go to sleep with Seth Rollins. And we could be seconds away from Punk once again becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Punk now near the top of the cage, but what the Kevin Nash, who we saw earlier this evening in the audience, distracted CM Punk. And now from nowhere, Rollins to his feet. It's now an out-and-out race to see who can climb this cage and descend it as quick as possible. Who is it going to be? Is it Rollins? Is it CM Punk? It looks like it's going to be CM Punk, but no, Rollins. Rollins drops down. And despite CM Punk looking like he was about to become the world champion again, Kevin Nash once again interfering, once again distracting CM Punk, allowing Seth Rollins to quickly get up, following that GTS, to quickly climb that cage, and quickly climb down the other side. And just like that, once again, Seth Rollins defeated CM Punk. Seth Rollins leaving Judgment Day still the SmackDown World Champion. Kevin Nash quickly making his way backstage. The damage has been done. Kevin Nash, whilst the future of the NWO remains unclear, Kevin Nash has just cost CM Punk the World Championship once again. CM Punk distraught in the middle of the ring, almost champion, but again it has a Kevin Nash. CM Punk coming out on the losing side to Seth Rollins. We are going to be continuing the action now. Next up at Judgment Day, we're going to be seeing a SmackDown Tag Team Championship matchup. It is going to be the champions John Cena and Daniel Bryan taking on the former champions Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, better known as The Shield. So these two teams faced off last month at Backlash. That time the Shield walked in as the champions and John Cena and Daniel Bryan walking in as the challengers. As you can now tell, John Cena and Daniel Bryan definitely an unconventional team, winning the tag team championships. And since that time, we have had quite the tag team rivalry develop. Week after week on SmackDown, and these two teams have collided. We've had tag team matches. We've even had singles matches. We recently saw a table match between Dean Ambrose and John Cena, which John Cena won. We also saw an Extreme Rules match between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, in which Roman Reigns defeated Daniel Bryan via that catch and spear onto the steel chair. I think it's safe to say tonight at Judgment Day we have witnessed several classic matches Hopefully this tag team match is going to be no different, and we're going to be seeing in just moments another fantastic match, this time for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Moments ago, we saw the leader of the Shield, Seth Rollins, defeat CM Punk once again with a little help from Kevin Nash. So can Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns follow suit and have success just like they did previously, or will the current tag team champions John Cena and Daniel Bryan once again lead the pay-per-view victorious? In the early tag, John Cena tagged in. Dean Ambrose not wanting any part of John Cena. Cena, a multiple-time world champion, of course. Dean Ambrose, a former US champion. Massive clothesline by Ambrose, taking Cena down. Exchanging punches, and Cena does have a brawling style, taking Dean Ambrose down with a single punch. Dean Ambrose now kicking Cena away and nearly taking his head off there with that massive clothesline. Followed up there by that elbow drop. Almost shades a Great Muta there. Scoop slam, taking one half of the tag team champions down. And John Cena, uncharacteristically there, reach of the eyes, taking advantage of Dean Ambrose, but you got to do what you got to do to take advantage. And John Cena there getting ahead via the eye rake. But Ambrose, a great competitor in his own right, momentarily getting back in this one, but again, John Cena, one of the most decorated superstars we've ever had in the WWE, showing the crowd exactly what he's about. The tag by the Shield, Roman Reigns now the legal man. John Cena, Roman Reigns, this is a match many of us have wanted to see now for quite some time. We're now going to be getting it in some form tonight at Judgment Day. Reigns in control of Cena, taking Cena to the corner. Shoulder thrust, and another one. Going for the third one, but Cena got the knee up. Knee to the face of Reigns. And now Cena, it could be his time to shine. This is going to be vintage John Cena. Cena to the top rope. And that leg drop onto the neck. Roman Reigns dropped down head first. And now more classic Cena. You can't see me. Third knuckle shuffle. The fist dropping down to the forehead of Reigns. And now call him to his feet. Cena going to be looking for that AA. Roman Reigns reversing the attitude adjustment. And now Reigns taking Cena down with that big clubbing blow. Cena full of intensity, back to his feet. And the crowd now, you can hear him chanting John Cena. You either love him or you hate him. Either way, John Cena always draws a massive reaction from the crowd. And the crowd at Judgment Day is no different. You can hear massive Cena chants. And I'm sure there's going to be some Cena sucks chants in there as well. Daniel Bryan now a legal man, going for the cover, Reigns out of it. And this great tag team match continues. Northern Light suplex now into the bridge. Dean Ambrose out, saving his team, breaking on that pinfall. Irish whip. And a big elbow to the former independent star Daniel Bryan. Dean Ambrose tagged in with Head of Steam, but Daniel Bryan, one of the most technical superstars we've got on the entire WWE roster, taken him down again. But as quick as I'm saying that, Dean Ambrose back in control. But Daniel Bryan now, the adrenaline has kicked in. This is the Daniel Bryan we all know and love. Off the ropes, ducking the clothesline, and the big elbow. The series of moves that only Daniel Bryan can do. Now getting Dean Ambrose to his feet. Here we go with Danielson special into the submission. Roman Reigns that time making the save for his team. You've got to think Daniel Bryan and John Cena are about to retain their championships. Yes lock. The yes lock has been locked in, and once again Roman Reigns calling for the break. Referee has got to get some form of control because John Cena is also in illegally. I mean, there was a bit of confusion there between John Cena and Daniel Bryan. That confusion giving the Shield control, and what a maneuver, a spear and clothesline combination, and that momentary mix-up between John Cena and Daniel Bryan, enough to give the Shield exactly what they needed. A spear and clothesline combination, enough to take Daniel Bryan down for the 1-2-3. So just like the leader of the group, Seth Rollins, before, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns following suit. Seth Rollins left Judgment Day as the world champion. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose now leaving as the tag team champions. No doubt about it, the Shield, one of the most dominant factions we've ever seen. The Shield leaving Judgment Day with all the gold. But from tag team action, we're now moving into a completely different animal. Up next, it is going to be the Hell in a Cell match between Triple H and Shawn Michaels. And ladies and gentlemen, this Hell in a Cell match is not going to be for the faint-hearted. This match is going to be barbaric. This match is going to be bloody. And this match could indeed change these two men's lives forever, because this is the ultimate way to end a feud. And this is exactly what is needed for this feud between Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels, the first man to make his way to the ring, and of course we know the history between these two men. They have been friends, they have been enemies. These two men have been involved in many classic historical WWE moments, some as allies, some as enemies, and this match is going to be no different. This match is going to go down in the history books as one of the best Hell in a Cell matches and one of the most barbaric Hell in a Cell matches I'm sure we've ever seen. Triple H igniting this feud once again when he turned his back on HBK now several months ago. These two men faced off last month at the Backlash pay-per-view in a hellacious street fight. That match was won by Triple H. Both those men left the ring that night a complete bloody mess. But Triple H, the happier of the two, and after that match, HBK was actually hospitalised for numerous weeks before making his triumphant return, costing Triple H that #1 contendership against Rey Mysterio. That match, of course, is now going to be Rey Mysterio versus The Rock, and that match is still to come. And out next, the man that really kicked off this feud, the man that stabbed his best friend Shawn Michaels in the back, Triple H. Triple H, the cerebral assassin in the game. He has got many monikers. He is no doubt one of the best in this business and will go down as a future Hall of Famer. But Triple H has faced off in these Hell in a Cell matches numerous times, as has his opponent HBK. So no doubt both these men have all the tools and the experience to make this a Hell in a Cell we're going to remember for many years to come. As this massive cell hangs above us, the crowd are eager to get this match underway, and we are only moments from doing so. Referee ringing the bell. This one is underway. HBK, Triple H, Hell in a Cell. This one is not going to be for the faint-hearted. This is sure to be one of the biggest and best Hell in a Cell matches we've ever seen in WWE history. The history alone between these two men is incredible. They've been friends, they've been enemies. We know exactly how they have got here. And HBK kicking Matt's match off with a big back body drop on the game. The game fighting back now. Kick to the gut. And a strong scoop slam. taking Michaels down. We of course in the history with Michaels on that back. Michaels left the WWE in 1998 and had a massive gap due to that back injury. So Hunter going straight for that back. Knows his former best friend also well. Knows his weaknesses and knows his strengths. And we are seeing the beginning of what is sure to be a great hard-hitting contest. Triple H picking HBK back to his feet. And right hand after right hand. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is not going to be pretty. This match is going to resemble more of a brawl. And basically, it's going to be an all-out war. I can assure you of that one. These two men confined to this massive cell. Michaels starting out with the punches. You're going to see plenty of hard-hitting punches in this one. Michaels might be one of the most technically gifted superstars we've ever seen, but he can throw hands with the best as well. And Michaels now out of the turnbuckle with the clothesline, now kicking the crap out of the game. Pure hatred between these two men. Hard to believe these two are once best friends. These two have kissed and made up multiple times in the past, but recently when Triple H turned his back on Raw, that seemed to be the final nail in the coffin. That friendship once again turned to hatred, and these two have resumed what has been quite the feud. Last month at Backlash, we witnessed, quite frankly, an amazing street fight. Triple H fights for his best friend with Sledgehammer, victorious in that one. That match, one of the best brawls we've ever seen in WWE history. And I've got a feeling this Hell in a Cell match could be topping it, because Triple H just turned HBK inside out. A massive clothesline. Now a Cerebral Assassin bringing a weapon into the ring for the first time in this contest. But Michaels, in classic Michaels style, now going to go to the top rope. Corner Triple H to his feet. Michaels going to go for that double axe handle, but Triple H wary of it. A punch to the gut. Michaels now in a bad predicament. Triple H with that steel chair in hand. And just like that, a cranium shot. Triple H wrapping that chair around the face of HBK. Again, so much history between these two men, including the great moments we saw last year. Who could forget the amazing feud between DX and the NWO, which was pretty much the beginning of the end of the relationship between these two. Last year at Survivor Series, it was the NWO taking on DX in a traditional Survivor Series matchup, with the losing team, or should I say the losing group, forced to disband. Oh, as I'm saying that, Michaels reversing the bear hug into that DDT onto the steel chair. So where were we? Survivor Series last year, one team were left together, one team was forced to disband. That team forced to disband was D-Generation X. Triple H blaming Michaels for that loss, and that basically planted the seeds for when Triple H turned on Michaels just a couple of weeks after that moment. And from that moment, we have seen sneak attack after sneak attack. Not to mention that amazing matchup last month at Backlash. And all of that combined has brought the ingredients to what has been an amazing feud right here at Judgment Day. When inside this Hell in a Cell, this feud will arguably be put to bed for once and for all. But we will see. As these two great superstars tend to produce great match after great match and always find a way to reignite their feuds. This match no different. We are seeing a fantastic Hell in a Cell match. Currently the cell being used to full benefit of these superstars. We have seen Skull on Steel several times in the last few moments. Michaels turning out to be in control. Great offense straight by the Heartbreak Kid. Drop kicking Triple H into that still. And our fisherman's suplex on the outside of the ring. The former WWE Champion enjoying some offense currently. Looking for Triple H to go back to his feet. Finally does. And a jumping clothesline, taking the game down once again. Michaels picking Triple H up before sending him crashing through the steel steps. And now Michaels with the steel steps in hand. This is not good for Triple H. A massive shot to the skull with those steel steps. Michaels currently in firm control of this Hell in a Cell match. Whether you're a fan of Triple H or a fan of Michaels, you've got to respect these two men. These two icons and legends in this business. And despite how many years these two have faced off, they are still willing to leave their bodies, their souls, all on the line. And time after time, they're still coming into play. Triple H currently in control, picking his former best friend up by the hair, and now sending Michaels back into the ring. Triple H back into the ring as well, bringing another steel chair with him. You can now see the ring filling up. We have got steel steps. We've even got 3 steel chairs. This match, as I said before, is not going to be for the faint-hearted. This match is going to be bloody. This match is going to be an all-out war. The best, I'm sure, is still to come. And we just saw another steel on skull shot. This time, Michaels wrapping that chair around the face of Triple H. But the adrenaline kicking in for both these superstars. Triple H now going for a pedigree. Not happening that time. I think that's fair to say if Triple H hits that pedigree, this match is going to be over. So Shawn Michaels, for everything he can, is going to be looking to avoid that devastating maneuver. Triple H out of a submission and a running knee to the face of Michaels. And I think we have got our first glimpse of blood in this contest. Yes, we have. Triple H has busted HBK wide open with that super running knee to the skull of Michaels. And like a shark that tastes blood, Triple H straight to the bloody forehead of HBK. And again, Triple H knows what's best for business. He knows how to get the job done. And Michaels is bleeding profusely. Triple H, the cerebral assassin, as we have seen over the years, knows what is needed. And he has delivered a one-man concerto to the skull of HBK. Surely this match has got to be over. Or maybe the referee has got to look at stopping this one. Into the cover. Michaels may be on instinct alone. Kicking out at 2. I don't think Triple H can believe it. After a massive steel chair shot and the concerto, we thought this match was possibly over. But as we have seen time and time again, Michaels forming a comeback. But that comeback cut short by the low blow by the Game. And now the Game taking a page out of his former mentor's book, Ric Flair. The figure 4 leg lock locked in. Triple H going for the submission victory. But I think Triple H realised that was not going to get the job done that time. So instead, Triple H now putting HBK in the corner. And what are we seeing now? Well, if the normal figure 4 wasn't enough, how about a ring post figure 4? Triple H with a variation of the figure 4 leg lock with HBK's legs wrapped around the steel. An amazing maneuver by Triple H. We do not see that happen too often. But Triple H bringing his A game this evening. HBK though, more adrenaline, quickly to his feet and from nowhere, a double axe handle. And now a catapult, sending Triple H into the steel again. And I think Triple H might be busted wide open as well, maybe. The crowd loving it, and what the... Oh, HBK, the suplex through the cell. These two men have busted out of the cell. The cell could not contain the hatred of these two men. We thought HBK was tuning up the band, but Triple H dropping HBK back on the head first onto that concrete. And Triple H does not want any part of HBK. Triple H now trying to escape Michaels, but this is arguably the worst possible scenario for Triple H, because now there is nowhere to go. These two men face to face on top of this Hell in a Cell. This is extremely dangerous. The crowd know it, but the crowd cannot help but watch this masterpiece that we are witnessing in front of us. Again, this has got to be one of the best Hell in a Cell matches we've ever seen. Extremely dangerous on top of that cell. We have seen numerous moments in WWE history where people have basically ended their careers by falling off that cell. And yes, I'm talking about Mick Foley. Who could forget King of the Ring 1998 when The Undertaker threw Mick Foley off that cell through the table. Not only once, he sent him off twice by crashing Foley through the centre of the Hell in a Cell as well. We also saw Rikishi get thrown off the cell again by The Undertaker at Armageddon 2000. That match was a 6-man Hell in a Cell match which Triple H was a part of. Both these men do have Hell in a Cell experience, and that Hell in a Cell experience is certainly coming into play this evening. Triple H gonna be going for a pedigree on top of the Hell in a Cell, but no, Michaels out of it, reversing the pedigree, and Triple H nearly falling off, nearly joining the names of Rikishi and Mick Foley, but Triple H saving himself a desperation clothesline, and now a massive knee drop, and you can see both these men profusely bleeding. These men covered in blood, leaving their sweat, their blood, their tears all on the ring, or should I say above the ring, on top of the Hell in a Cell. Whilst these two men remain on the cell, this is still extremely dangerous, and you're basically asking for a career-ending injury. Michaels taking a page out of Mick Foley's book there. A pole driver on top of the Hell in a Cell. Michaels now calling Triple H to his feet. This is not good for Triple H. This is not good at all. Oh, but Triple H ducking it. And the clothesline. I think Michaels was trying to throw Triple H off, just like we saw with Mick Foley and Undertaker at King of the Ring 1998. Triple H finally realising that danger, and thank God he wasn't chucked off. These two men now back in the ring, and this match is gonna continue. Oh, Michaels ducking it. Classic Michaels. Picking Triple H to his feet. And we're going to be seeing a fisherman suplex with the bridge. Referee count on a 2 count. The crowd loving this amazing Hell in a Cell match. And just like that, the game, the Cerebral Assassin with that short arm clothesline back in control. Michaels though sweeping the legs, and now steel chair in hand and a massive shot to the chest of the game. Michaels with that steel chair shot, picking a very groggy Triple H up. And what is this? Oh, again another pole driver. This time crashing the head and the neck of Triple H onto that steel chair. Elbow drop time, and he connects. The pole driver on the chair, the elbow drop. This one has got to be over. But again, Triple H on instinct, kicking out of that one. This amazing Hell in a Cell match does continue. You can see these two men absolutely pouring with blood. On their faces you can see more blood than skin. But this is what this means to both these men. This match means everything. And nearly over again, HBK coming close to the roll up. Again, we've said it so many times. These two men, so much history. You really cannot mention it enough. And history is being written in front of us, because in front of our very eyes we are witnessing what could go down as the best Hell in a Cell ever. These two men doing everything they can do to get the advantage. Michaels now in the corner. Triple H again back to that back that we have seen time and time again in this contest. And now the steel chair shot to the back. Michaels is not moving good. Gruggling that turnbuckle. No sign of life hardly at all in Michaels. Triple H methodically placing that chair down. And what the hell is this? A reverse suplex. Holy, a reverse suplex. Crashing Michaels down onto that steel chair. What a moment we just witnessed. Go for the pedigree. Michaels though, no, not allowing it. Out with the pedigree. Sweet chin music time. Michaels tuning up the band. Triple H going to be getting the sweet chin music. No, Triple H stuck in it. Thumb to the eye. Another low blow. The Cerebral Assassin doing whatever it takes to get the job done. This could be it, but it's not. Michaels kicking out after that low blow. But Michaels out of the way of the clothesline. Kick to the gut. Suplex sign. The game reversing the suplex. This is such an amazing contest. These two men leaving their blood, their sweat, their tears all in this Hell in a Cell. Triple H now over steel steps. Taking a bit too long though. Michaels to his feet. Oh, Michaels to that steel chair. Slamming the chair and the steps into the face of the game. Michaels again shooting up the band. Oh, Triple H ducking it again. Pedigree time. No, Michaels out of the pedigree. Oh, the sweet chin music. Michaels finally connecting. The kick to the chin of Triple H. And after the sweet chin music, this match is finally over. This match will surely go down as one of the best Hell in a Cell matches we have ever witnessed. Judgment Day is going to be going down in history as a pivotal moment between these two men. Ultimately, HBK has got the victory. Is this a final chapter between Triple H and HBK? I guess time will tell. And what a pay-per-view Judgment Day has been. We just witnessed a fantastic Hell in a Cell match between Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels coming out victorious, but no doubt these two men are going to be feeling the effects of that Hell in a Cell match for some time to come. And also earlier this evening, we saw Seth Rollins, with a little help from Kevin Nash, successfully retain his World Championship in that cage match against CM Punk, plus many other great matches and moments as well. But maybe the best is still to come, because the challenger in this main event now, the biggest little man, the ultimate underdog, Rey Mysterio, is challenging The Rock for his WWE Championship. This is arguably the biggest match, or at least one of the biggest matches in Rey Mysterio's career recently. We know the history of Rey Mysterio and the classic great matches he's been involved in. He's been a world champion, he's been a WWE champion, he has main event at WrestleMania, he is a cruiserweight legend, a legend down in Mexico. You name it, Rey Mysterio has done it. But again, a massive obstacle in this main event. The Rock, a mega superstar, a multiple time WWE champion. Rey Mysterio has quite the challenge in front of him. But Rey's fans have got to be hoping Rey can yet again overcome the odds and leave Judgment Day as the new WWE champion. And the man standing in the way of Rey Mysterio becoming the WWE champion, the great one, The Rock. The Rock with that Hollywood entrance now making his way to the ring as the WWE champion. Aside from that 24-hour blip when he lost that championship last month at Backlash, only to retain it the following Raw, The Rock, aside from those 24 hours, has been champion now for many, many months. He's had great feuds in recent times with Stone Cold, Goldberg and The Undertaker, just to name a few. Who could forget last year at Survivor Series, The Rock becoming the WWE Champion with some questionable tactics when he became champion, defeating The Undertaker after The Undertaker's hard-fought match against Kane. We haven't seen Taker since that pay-per-view, and since that time The Rock has reigned victorious and dominantly as the WWE Champion. The Rock has had many obstacles in his way, and for the most part The Rock generally tends to come out on top. But The Rock's opponent this evening, Rey Mysterio, someone very different to who we've seen Rock face in recent times, because Rey Mysterio is arguably the most athletically gifted superstar we have seen face The Rock. Rey Mysterio, as the fans always call him, the biggest little man and the biggest underdog in WWE history. Well, Rey is looking to win another big one and looking to overcome yet more odds this evening, because Rey looking to become the WWE Champion. The size difference and height difference between these two men are clear to see. You've got The Rock, 6'5", 260 pounds, compared to Rey Mysterio, 5'6", 175 pounds. Rey Mysterio, the heart of a champion, has got what it takes to defeat The Rock tonight, and I'm sure Rey is going to give all he can give and is going to be putting on an incredible athletic display for this full capacity Judgment Day audience. Rock now start on the offense with that massive clothesline, almost turning Rey Mysterio inside out that time. Picking Rey back to his feet. Rey now in the corner. Multiple short clotheslines. A move we don't see by Rock too often, but I'm sure in this contest, with Rey and his size, you're going to be seeing The Rock doing some moves we don't often see the Great One do. Rey again being picked to his feet. Back into the opposite turnbuckle this time. And more clotheslines. Beating the snot out of Rey Mysterio. And we already knew Rey Mysterio would face an uphill task in defeating The Rock this evening. But we are seeing a different Rock tonight. We are seeing multiple different moves by the Great One. Coming close there, getting a 92 count. As I said though, The Rock really expanding his arsenal in this contest. When The Rock knows Rey Mysterio is a different kind of challenger to what Rock has faced previously. Like I said before, Rey arguably one of the most athletically gifted superstars in the entire WWE. As we just saw there, a very unique reversal there into that Bulldog maneuver. Rey now up top. Into the crossbody, into the cover. A 1 count. And The Rock does not look impressed at all. I think Rock looks a little bit surprised at the offense that Rey Mysterio has got in so far. And the Great One being sent to the outside of the ring. And now Rey, the former ECW and WCW superstar, rope to rope, ECW style, suicide into the outside of the ring, into the Hurricanrana. But Rock is not champion for no reason. The Rock knows every trick in the book. And just like that, The Rock back in control. Move after move, offense after offense. Taking Rey down again. Rey now being sent into the announcer's table. And his face being thrown right in front of us. Again, the champion knows every trick in the book. Knows exactly what it takes to win these huge matches. But Rey, the biggest little man, fighting back again. Hurricanrana now on the apron. Another unique maneuver by Mysterio. A springboard bulldog that time. But Rock again, the fans don't like it. But The Rock doing whatever needs to be done. to regain control, and that is exactly what we are seeing. I said before, some of the names The Rock has defeated in recent years. He has defeated Stone Cold, Kane, Undertaker, name after name, a who's who in wrestling history. And despite many challenges and despite that 124-hour blip, The Rock has been champion now for quite some time. And it's going to take something special to defeat the Great One. Does Rey Mysterio have that something special? Maybe. We will see as this match progresses, but so far, The Rock in control. We just saw a suplex. A simple move, but a move on that side of the ring that can be truly devastating. And a move that is clearly not the stuff out of Rey Mysterio. Rey now on that exposed announcer's table. This could be dangerous for Mysterio, but the quick light cut Mysterio quickly out of that predicament, and now The Rock in a tricky predicament of his own. And this is not looking good for the WWE Champion, the People's Champion up high, and a superplex by Rey Mysterio to the outside of the ring. The People's Champion crashing and burning. That's not a move many of us expected to see this evening. But Rey Mysterio now in control. And what is this? Oh, springboard leg drop. Crashing The Rock through the announcer's table. The crowd going insane. What a moment by Rey Mysterio. It's moves like that that will make it possible for Rey to defeat the Great One. Rey has got to get Rock into the ring, and he has got to get that cover on him. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. But easier said than done. The dead weight of The Rock. Hard to get back into the ring. Finally does. But Rey not doing it quite quickly as he needed to because The Rock out of it. This match does continue. Despite that leg drop through the announcer's table, The Rock is still alive in this one. Fighting back as best he can. Taking Rey down on that clothesline. Picking the masked luchador back to his feet again. And another elbow that time. Rey giving Rock everything he can give him this one. And again, it looks like another bulldog. Another unique reversal. There are so many moves Rey Mysterio can do that very few other superstars can achieve. And we are seeing it now, move after move. Multiple bulldog after multiple bulldog. And now Rey going to the top rope. Gonna be looking for a big move this time. Rock groggy as hell. Going for a crossbody, but Rocky catching Mysterio into that catching backbreaker. Again, another move we don't see The Rock do too often. But because of the size of Rey Mysterio, The Rock managing to pull a few new moves out of his offense in this one. And Rey is not in a good way. Rock, the reverse suplex there. Slamming Rey down face first on the mat. And now drop kick. Another cover. And another 2 count. This evening we have seen various match types. We have seen a hardcore match. We have seen... Oh, into a cover. This one could be over. But no, Rock out of that one. As I was saying, we have seen a cage match. We have seen an Extreme Rules match. We've even seen a hellacious Hell in a Cell match. But this main event is purely wrestling. This match to determine who deserves to be the WWE Champion. And The Rock pulling out a pole driver. Again, another move we don't see Rock do too often. But I think The Rock realises the magnitude of this matchup. Rey Mysterio is a challenger The Rock has not faced ever, or at least not too often. And the best challengers often bring out the best offense in the champions. And that is exactly what we are seeing. Tonight we have seen two very evenly matched superstars leave everything in the ring. Rock and Rey Mysterio squaring off in the strictly one-on-one normal wrestling matchup. What a move by Mysterio. He's got to get back in the ring and take advantage to the turnbuckle. Frog splash, and he connects. This one could be over after the frog splash. Oh, but Rocky again, kicking out after 2. Charles Robinson there delivering a long 2 count. But Rey continuing now. Hurricanrana into the roll up. And again Rocky kicking out after 2. The People's Champion somehow surviving the offense by Mysterio. And just like that, the much bigger Rock, the much stronger Rock, throwing Rey up into the Samoan drop. And now the variation on the belly-to-belly suplex. This is a fantastic main event. We know it would be, but I think it's fair to say this match is definitely delivering beyond our expectations. Rock on the top rope, do not see that too often. And I don't think by the unsuccessfulness of that move, we're going to be seeing The Rock do it too often again. Rey Mysterio now taking advantage. Reverse Hurricanrana, sending Rock crashing down centre of the ring. Rey now calling the champion to his feet. Going to be calling for that 619, but no, The Rock ducking it. Rock now with Rey in the corner. Throwing Rey shoulder first into that steel ring post. This is truly a fantastic main event of what has been a fantastic show. And again, another move we don't see Rock do too often. A gorilla press slam by The Rock to Rey Mysterio. Rock certainly pulling out all the stops this evening. This match is not a disqualification match, but as we have seen, the referee being lenient with the rules on this one. And now The Rock with Rey on the apron. On a back suplex. A back suplex taking Rey down, crashing down onto the apron. Rock and Rey now back into the ring. We are seeing some amazing offense in this contest. Rey doing all he can do. But Rock, time and time again, we are seeing it. The champion showing exactly why he is the champion. Showing dominance currently. Showing some amazing offense. And that offense now is continuing. Wrestling's biggest little man could be in trouble. Rock with the sharpshooter. A move made famous by Bret the Hitman Hart. Rey in trouble. Can he get to the rope? Or are we seconds away from The Rock retaining that championship? Rey crawling. And somehow, some way, Rey has got to the ropes. This match continues. The Rock going for the sharpshooter again, but Rey kicking Rock away. Kick to the gut. And now what is this? More unique offense by Rey Mysterio on the shoulders of The Rock into that DDT. What an amazing move. And now classic Mysterio. This could be Rey's time to shine. Calling Rock to his feet. Gonna be looking for that 619. But Rock does not want any part of it. Oh, but what a move by Mysterio. As quickly as Rock regained the offense. Rey Mysterio with another reversal. Rey back on top. And again The Rock fighting with all he's got. Rock bottom time. If Rock hits the rock bottom, this one is definitely over. But Rey out of it. 619 time. Oh, Rey Mysterio running straight into a spine buster. And that only means one thing. It is time for the most electrifying move in sports and entertainment today. The People's Elbow. The elbow to the heart of Rey Mysterio. This one has got to be over. 1, 2, and no. Rey Mysterio somehow, someway kicking out. Rock with momentum now clearly on his side, taking Rey down again. Not many people can kick out of the People's Elbow, but that is exactly what Rey Mysterio just done moments ago. Rock again, gonna be going off that rock bottom. And for the second time, Rey reversing it. You can guarantee as soon as Rock hits that rock bottom, this match is gonna be over. but Rey fighting for all he's got. Placing Rock on the turnbuckle. And what the hell is this? Oh, a Super 619. A Super 619 by Rey Mysterio. Rey could be seconds away from the biggest moment in his career. Rey attempting to drop the dime. Rock reversing it, getting the knees up. Rey crashing and burning. Off the ropes. And I think it's time for that move yet again. For the second time in this matchup. It is time for the most electrifying move in sports and entertainment today. The People's Elbow. For the second time, The Rock delivering that People's Elbow. Or what many people are calling these days, the Hollywood Elbow. Again, going to be going for that rock bottom for the third or fourth time. But for the third or fourth time, Rey reversing it. Irish whip. Off the ropes himself. Oh no, Hurricanrana. Man, this match has been amazing. We are witnessing some top-notch WWE main event action. Rey now to the turnbuckle. Calling Rock again to his feet. This could be big. Oh, Rock catches in. Rock bottom time. No, again. Rey reversing the catch and rock bottom. Why me, die me. 619 me. Can he connect? Yes, he can. Rey's about to become a new champion. Oh, the Rock from nowhere. Rock bottom. Rock finally connecting. Catching rock bottom off the 619. And that is all she wrote. What a fantastic match we have witnessed. Rey Mysterio giving all he could possibly give. But you got to give it to The Rock. He took the punishment. He took that unique offense by Mysterio. And once again, The Rock is victorious. No doubt The Rock, a legend in this business. Always finding a way to get the win. Tonight is no different. The Rock walked in Judgment Day as the champion. Leaving Judgment Day as the champion. But a valiant effort by Mysterio, who is now getting to his feet. But The Rock, in typical Hollywood Rock style, showing complete disrespect to Rey Mysterio. Hitting Rey with that championship. Rock leaving Judgment Day. Still the... what the... It just might be. Is this who we think it is? As it says, his Judgment Day is coming. His Judgment Day is here. Is this The Rock's Judgment Day? I think it could be. The Undertaker, who we have not seen since he was screwed over by The Rock, is making his return. The Undertaker is back. Staring a hole in the Great One, and The Undertaker making his way to the ring. Payback is a bitch, and I would not like to be The Rock, as The Undertaker does not look happy. Again, we have not seen Undertaker since Rock screwed Taker out of the championship last year at Survivor Series. But Undertaker choosing a fitting event to make his return. Judgment Day. The Rock is still the champion, but is this The Rock's Judgment Day? I think it might be. Off the ropes. Oh, and a massive boot. A massive boot by the dead man. Rock now walking into it. Oh, a ferocious choke slam. The Undertaker is back. And The Undertaker has come back to reclaim his yard. Undertaker now with a leaping tombstone. Tombstone The Rock straight to hell. The Undertaker is back. This was indeed The Rock's Judgment Day. The Undertaker is back, and back with a vengeance. The Undertaker with The Rock's WWE Championship in hand. Judgment Day ending with the Phenom standing tall. The Door of Darkness is back in the WWE. Good night, everybody.